Hi, everyone, and welcome to Women of a Particular Age podcast, where we discuss women's views, life lessons, and a little bit of sugar honey iced tea. My friend Heather, ooh, you look so sexy, and I love that color, that lipstick. It matches your shirt. How's it
Mm.
going, girl? You
Okay,
look so
thank you,
cute.
friend. Oh, thank you, friend. Well, I'm good. I'm good. I went to Pismo Beach up at San Luis Obispo area on Sunday.
Right.
Had a great day, and
Okay.
back to work, back to the grind. But it's okay. I had a good time, so it's kind of carrying me over in that good, happy mood.
Good.
Yes,
Good. I'm
yes.
glad.
How
I'm
how
glad.
are
I'm
you?
glad.
So how are you doing?
Um, I am fine. I have just been working these little fingers to the bone. There's nothing
Mhm.
exciting to talk about. Maybe God will bless me something I'll do this weekend, but if not, it'll just be work on top of work on top of work. Okay? All right. So,
Man.
y'all, before we get started, okay, please like, share, and subscribe. Jollystudios at gmail.com, www at jollystudios.com, and at Heather Mola. So you can watch Heather while she is
Mhm.
going through her weight loss journey. Now she's got the little Demi Moore look, the sexy bald. I'm loving this. I'm
Thank
really
you.
loving this.
Thank you
So,
so
but you
much.
know what? Let's go ahead. Let's get started. So,
Yes.
folks, we don't have a big agenda for you guys, but just a couple of things we wanted to talk about in a wonderful movie we'd love to suggest for you. So, the first thing
Mhm.
we're going to talk about is the Rite Aid bankruptcy. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but
Mhm.
I'll give you a little
Yeah.
bit of background on it. So, Rite
Okay.
Aid has officially closed all its locations following a
Mhm.
recent Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing, marking a significant decline for the once popular pharmacy. Now, here are some recent developments, okay? Closure
Okay.
of all stores. Rite Aid announced that all the stores have now closed, thanking
Yeah.
customers for their years of support. This decision follows the company's bankruptcy filing in May of 2025, which was its second filing in less than 2 years. Okay.
Mhm. Right.
Um, the company has faced ongoing financial challenges, including a significant debt load and declining
Mhm.
sales. Rite Aid previously filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in October 2023, which allowed it to reduce its debt, but did not prevent further financial deterioration.
Mhm.
As a part of the bankruptcy plan, Rite Aid has entered into agreement to transition its pharmacy services to other chains, including CVS, Pharmacy, and Walgreens.
Good.
Customers are being directed to these pharmacies for their prescription needs. Okay.
Right.
With this closure of all these locations, Rite Aid customers will need to find new pharmacies for their prescriptions. The company's website now only provides resources for the customers to locate new pharmacies and request pharmacy records. Okay.
Right.
So let's talk about that. Okay, so
Yeah.
Heather, really quickly, I don't know if Rite Aid is a part of your history, but when I was a
Mhm.
kid, there was
Yeah.
only Rite Aid, and I used to love
Mm.
to go to Rite Aid because at Rite Aid, you would go get your
Yeah.
prescription or get any little knickknacks you needed, but they
Yes.
have an ice cream counter where you can get,
Yes.
ice cream in real time with an ice cream cone. And
Yes.
that is my favorite memory of Rite Aid. So tell me, do you have
Yes.
a favorite memory? Because I'm kind of sad about this.
Yeah, so yeah, I do, but yeah, I used to go to Thrifties because it was in the Burbank Golden Mall,
Yes.
and it
Yes.
had
And Thrifties before Rite Aid.
the cylindrical scoop of ice cream, that
Right.
was different
Right.
than the round with the
Right.
yeah, I totally, yes, I used to go down there all the time, especially like with my grandparents. They would take
Right.
me and my brother, and there was a little play area there back when it was a Golden Mall. So yeah, I
Right.
have very fond memories of that. So my thing is like, what's going to happen with the ice cream thing, but apparently someone has bought that part of the business for like
Right.
19 million, and you can
Oh,
get thrifty ice cream, okay,
okay.
which Rite Aid was the one,
It's in
selling.
this, yeah, and
it
it's the
it's
same
in
thing.
Ralph's. It's in Ralph's right now. So
Okay,
there's a lot of
awesome.
flavors.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and they're a little container and it says Thrifties on it. So if
Okay.
anybody's missing out on that, just go to Ralph's. There may be other markets that have it too, but they've been bought out. So I don't know if they're just going to keep it in the stores, probably,
Uh-huh.
because it is a fan favorite. You know, it
Right.
was mine too.
Right.
And really, I used to really go to Thrifties because before CVS, it was Save-Ons, and we did have a
Right.
Save-Ons, but
Right. Yes. And we did.
the thrifty was more like in your neighborhood. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like your
right.
local
Your
little
your local, it was your
place.
local thrifties like pharmacy, and yes. Because thrifties, oh
Yes,
my God, this is like so nostalgic for the people who don't know anything about this.
yes,
Okay. Wow.
yes.
Okay.
Mm,
All right. Okay. All right. Well,
yeah,
good. That's some good background on that. Okay. All
yes,
right. So listen, folks. So listen, like Heather said, if you want that type of ice cream, you can always go to Ralph's. They do have Thrifty's ice cream. For Thrifty's ice cream, Rite Aid, same thing. You know,
yeah,
just a lot of these places they changed hands and just changed the name. Same
right,
thing. Okay.
exactly.
All right. Well, let's get on to our next subject, which is Starbucks store closures. I
Yeah,
don't know if you guys knew about any of this, but on October 2nd, 2025, Starbucks announced it would be closing 1%, that is more than 100 of its Northern American stores.
yeah.
Okay? Now let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you guys, I can tell you in California, it looks like they closed about 17 stores. In some of these other areas, it's about it's averaging 19, 5, 4. You'd have to go if you're in a North American type of area, you'd have to go and look online to see
Yeah,
the closest Starbucks to you. Because I can tell
right,
you, some of these Starbucks that are close to you, you might think that they're open, but they're not. So please
right.
make sure you check before you go. Heather,
Yeah.
are you a big Starbucks goer? Do you go a lot?
I am not. I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah, my when my oldest son
yeah,
comes into town, we might just go just for a little quick, when we're running errands and stuff
right,
or we're out,
right,
we'll run. But I like my own coffee that I make at home and I hate spending so much money on
right.
that. I just think it's a really expensive habit when I could just make it make my own coffee that I like at home.
That's
But
right.
I did want to point out something now where in the city
Yeah.
where I live in the hospital, which is a
Right.
Providence hospital, they have a pickup store there, which is awesome. And I hope they don't get rid of it, but
What
I
do you mean a
just I
pickup store?
the
It's just where
pickups.
you go, you order it and you can go pick
Yes,
it
you
up
just
there.
walk up to
Oh
the window. You either
wow.
Yeah, you just walk up to the window or you can use your mobile app. And what I like about it is, yes, the hospital does have a cafeteria, but it's nice
Yeah.
having a Starbucks there, especially you're spending a lot of time if you have a loved one there, you're visiting.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I'm unfortunately sometimes I'm there a lot, depending. Because of my
Right.
husband's health. So it was nice just to be able to say, I want a tasty coffee, I'll walk down there and
Right.
but they're going to get rid of that. They're going to get rid of it. Ultimately, all of them, apparently from what I'm reading, because yeah.
Wow.
And here's the other thing
Uh-huh.
that I was reading about. See, now think about Starbucks. Starbucks
Okay.
is everywhere, right?
That's
Every
right. They
corner.
are. They're everywhere.
But Starbucks, look at their locations and how nice they are. So you know that they've spent a lot of money on lease because everywhere they're at, they're like on a great
Right.
corner. They have
Right.
drive-through access,
Wonderful
right?
location.
A beautiful, what, a beautiful
Right.
place where you can go and sit
Right.
down. So,
Right.
I mean, that stuff costs money. Plus, the other
Right.
thing that I think got to them too was a minimum wage rising up, too.
Yes.
That's
Paying
affected a
people
lot of
more.
businesses. Yeah, that's
Paying
affected a
people
lot of
more.
businesses. Yeah. So while
Wow.
they're downsizing, they are trying to move the employees to other locations. Now, here's an
Right.
upside for the small business owner when certain locations
Mm.
close, those little mom pop coffee
You
shops
can slide right on
get,
in there.
yes,
Right? Slide
that
right
will
on into
help
those
them,
little
right?
spaces.
Yes.
Wow. Great
That's what
thinking,
I'm.
Heather.
Yeah. Then mom and pop
Mm.
shops with the, and we've got a lot in Burbank. And as a matter of fact, they do
Right.
pretty good business because they're nestled in really cozy, like within the neighborhood where people live.
Right.
And Starbucks
Right.
is more of a big place. The other ones are a little bit
Right.
more intimate, a little more,
Right.
yeah. So I don't know,
Okay.
but I think it's going to help some business, the
Okay.
smaller mom pop shops. Yeah.
Okay, well, sounds good. And hey, I mean, for now, if you guys are Starbucks lovers, once again, if you have one that's close to you and
Hmm.
you think that it's open, if it,
Hmm.
hey, please make sure you
Yeah.
check it day by day because these
Yes.
places are closing. There's a lot of things going on, so please don't assume that it's open. Okay. All
Yes.
right. So now, enough about that. Let's
Yes.
get to what me and Heather want to really talk about, which is Netflix. Rebel
Yes.
Royals. Dum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, ba,
Yes.
ba. So now
Yeah,
let me get a
that's
description and
mhm.
then I will get a picture up for us. Now the
Okay.
description is an unlikely love story is a Netflix documentary that explores the relationship between Princess Martha Louise of Norway and American shaman Derek Verrett. Now,
Yes.
let's get a wonderful picture for you guys. Let's
Yes.
get a picture for
All right. Let's
you.
see the
Heather, look at
lovely
the picture.
couple.
Look at the picture, girl. You like
Oh,
it?
wow. Yes, it's so
Da
nice.
da da da
Yes.
da da
Yes.
da. Ba 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 ba
Oh my goodness. And we even
ba.
have music to go with
Okay, look
it.
at. But what a wonderful picture, right?
Yeah, yes, yes. It was when you told me about it, and we decided to watch it. Because you had seen it first.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right, right.
it was really good. I really liked it.
All right, so look at let me let
Yeah.
me let me give them a little bit of background, Heather, before
Yes.
we start talking into it. Okay,
All
so
right.
folks, of course, folks, look at what you're looking at. This young man, his name is Derek Verrett. He is a shaman, and his lovely partner right there is Princess Martha Louise of Norway. Now, let's get into the nitty gritty of it, which, of course, you can already tell he is African American and she is Caucasian of
Mm-hmm.
Norway. Now,
Yeah.
since she's a princess, I can tell you from watching the movie, her family is super duper uber conservative, while Mr.
Yes.
Sharma is not. And you will see in the movie why he is the other way. You could tell he is very liberal, and you will be able to tell
Yes.
by his lifestyle why he is. But
Yes.
the one thing we can comment on is that these two differences brought these two people together, and it did not matter what anybody said or thought. They
Right.
ended up being together. Okay?
Yeah.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened.
Yes.
So
Right.
now let's talk about this. So Heather, for me, my favorite part of this movie is that mm, when he went to go meet the parents and they were looking like, woo, um,
Yeah.
and you are, and you are.
Right.
I
Yes.
think that was the trip. They were looking like, it took people a long
Yes.
time to warm up to
Yeah.
this relationship, and even the people of Norway had a problem with it until the end. So Heather, what was
Yes.
what was your favorite part, dear?
Okay. Well, it was my the I think the fun one of the funniest parts of the movie was when the princess had brought Durek around to meet the children, her daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny
Mm-hmm.
thing was, and during this interview and talking, was that the daughters thought like he was the gay friend, right?
Right.
And so, but no, it's not the gay friend. They're, they have a relationship. They're lovers, but they thought he was because, maybe, he is very flamboyant and very
Well, I think
expressive.
that I think that when people watch the movie, they'll understand what his
Yes,
sexuality is.
exactly,
So and then once
exactly.
they see it, they'll understand what's going on.
Yes, yes,
So
but the
we'll
daughters were just
yeah.
like kind of like, oh, but they always liked him. They really did like him, and
Right.
they accepted him, you know, as a fatherly figure as well, which I thought was
Yeah, they
really
liked
nice
them.
because it was, it's difficult when you're trying to blend families in, and then
Right, right.
this is a royalty, with a shaman, and you've already got
Yeah,
kids. You got three girls,
exactly.
But it was very nice. I thought that was one of my favorite parts. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, now matter of fact, while we're on this, hold on. Hold on. I pulled
Hmm.
up something. Hold on.
Okay.
I pulled up something because I wanted us to read this out. Okay.
Hmm.
What exactly a shaman is. Okay.
Yes.
So so a shaman is a person regarded as having access to and influence in the world of good and evil spirits,
Hmm.
especially among some peoples of the
Hmm.
Northern Asia and Northern America.
Yes.
Typically, such people enter a trance state during a ritual and practice
Hmm. Yeah.
divination and healing. So I don't know anything about that. I have no critique on it, no comment on it either way. Just want you guys to
Yeah.
know. Um,
Yes.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
He's
but
the
you know,
Sharma. That's
yeah,
what it is. That's what
but
we're calling it. That's what it
but
is.
but when you see this, documentary series, it's a short series.
Right,
It's, I think, two episodes, is you will see, because I'm not going to give it away, but there
right,
is a how they met up was through one of her friends who
right,
knew her personality and other traits and other things about her, and also knew
right,
the shaman, right,
right,
personally, and knew the way
right,
that he was and his traits and him being a shaman. So I'm
right.
just going to leave it like that because they have more in common spiritually than if you just see them for who they are.
That's
It's
right.
very
That's the reason.
interesting.
Yeah,
They
that's the
make a
reason why you have to see the
connection.
movie.
Yeah, you have to see
Yeah.
the movie. It's
That's why you
very
have to see
nice.
it. That's why you got to see
Yeah,
it because it's really, really good.
it
Okay,
is.
well then, friend, look, we made it under 17 minutes. Wonder
Wow.
pickle. So,
Yay.
folks, listen, blah, 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 blah. So, listen, before you leave, please
Yes.
like, share, and subscribe. Jollystudios
Yes.
at gmail.com, www.jollystudios.com, and at
Hmm.
Heather Mola to follow her on her weight loss journey. We appreciate you for coming on this little journey with us this time. We don't know what day of the week we're going to be here, so please, if you'd like, share, and subscribe, and hit that little bell, so that way, whenever
Hmm.
we pop up, we'll be here. We know it's going to be during the week. We just don't know what
Yes.
day. Okay. So thank you so much. We appreciate you supporting us,
Thank
and we'll
you.
see you next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you for stopping
Goodbye.
by.